Alrighty, welcome back to Grandpa's Repair. Today we're going to be working on my kids' 2002 Polaris Ranger 150. Started making some noise yesterday when they were driving it around, and while looking it over we found that the case bolts for the transmission were coming loose. So that's what we're going to fix, and then check it out for the other noises that it's making, and see why the check engine light came on yesterday when they were running it. So here's the bolts that for the transmission case that came loose. I don't know why, but they're loose. So we're gonna tighten them up, all of them, and then hopefully they stay tight. Which is they're a 10mm head, so 10mm wrench. This head on this wrench is a little too thick, so I might have to go find a different 10mm wrench that fits in there better. Alright. That one good and tight. We're just going to check all the other ones. That one was loose too. Going to want to make sure you don't tighten them too tight. Just aluminum housing. So well, there was only 3 bolts, I guess, that were loose there, so not too many, so that's good. I think the noise that was happening was coming from the chain, so we're gonna take the chain case cover off and check the tension on the chain here. The bolts that hold on the chain guard are 8mm heads, so you'll need a 8mm wrench or socket. Well, I guess one of them's a 10mm. This one's a 10. The other 2 were 8mm. 3 bolts, and that cover for the chain is off. If you ever do go to change the transmission oil, I highly recommend pulling that cover off, because right there is your oil fill bolt, and when that cover is on, it's really hard to get off. Make life way easier to get at that bolt, or that plug, I guess, when that cover's off. As you can see, chain is pretty loose, I guess. I'm gonna see if we can just adjust it a little bit and take care of that, and then we're probably gonna oil the chain up a little bit. So, alright, so you want about 3/8 to 5/8 of chain deflection here, and we have more like an inch, so we're gonna adjust that. To adjust that, basically you loosen the chain tensioner bolt up, and then you're gonna loosen the front engine mount, which the chain tensioner bolt is a 19 mil, and the front mount bolt is a 12 millimeter, which is right here. Let's see if you can see that. And we're just going to loosen that up a couple turns. This tensioner tighten the chain. There is a jam. So this nut here is a 19 mil, and the 2 nuts down here are 18 mils. And actually, in order to adjust your tension here to tighten it, basically you loosen up the two nuts down here, and then if you need to loosen your chain, you back this nut off, and if you need to tighten your chain, you tighten this nut until you have your 3/8 to 5/8 of deflection here. Now that I've achieved that, now you can tighten your 2 nuts down here tight. And I also had issues with loosening the front motor mount bolt because it was spinning, because it has a nut on the other side right there. And if you do, basically it's a 15 millimeter nut, and then once you get all the tension down here right, then and your chain adjuster tight, then you can go ahead and tighten up your front motor mount and then put back on your chain cover. So, and that's what I'll do, and then I'll get back to you guys. We're just gonna spray some JB80 on it. Otherwise, chain lube chain lube would be the best for it, I guess, but GB80 is pretty much the same thing. So that's what I'm going to do, because I don't have any chain lube on hand currently. And we're going to put this cover back on. This cover is just plastic, so you want to make sure that you don't tighten it too tight. Otherwise it will break. And there we go. That's how you adjust the chain drive on a 2002 Polaris 150. So I'm sure the kids will be happy to be able to ride this again. They rode it for about 6 hours yesterday, as you can see in the mud. So I guess we'll have to get pressure washing this. So hope you like this video. Like, subscribe, and comment if you got any questions. So thanks everyone.